now streaming.
Okay then. Okay. Oh wait, I got like
Hide your port.
Discord. We got evening, Metro. You were here on time as well too, and I got like a share immediately into like the thing. Hell, last is an NB badass is it's been another week. Remember the worst weeks of fiction. Lunchtime W show. We can get rid of it if we really want to. This is just Alchemy. How's everyone doing?
7.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing all right. I worked yesterday. But
Living
it's
the fascist hellscape we're living in, you know.
oh yeah, there's always that because like there's a lot's happening. Well, I do have actually, like I said, I actually did some prep, so I have like quite a bit like happening in the news, and, like including we're still talking about the Epstein files because of like
A couple of countries released them unredacted, so now we have some unpleasant photos going around.
But
there's that, yeah.
Yeah, and there are people actually being persecuted internationally in other people's
Yes.
countries.
Yes.
You mean prosecuted?
Yes,
some people
prosecuted.
Because you can't persecute a pedophile.
Yes, this is true.
It's it because like yeah, I think like one of the like I forget which European country that the one of the ones that still have a royal family, something like that. One of their duchesses or like queens or something like that.
Isn't it Finland?
I think it was Finland. Yeah. They were like queen or something like that. Showed up in like the Epstein files, and it's like it's one thing to show up in the Epstein files because like yeah, some people would show up in the
Rebecca
Epstein files,
Watson
like,
showed up in the Epstein files because the perverts are
Right.
complaining about her.
Oh, exactly, as well too. Oh, but like, no, she showed up at the Epstein files and did attend one of those parties as well too. Where it's like, was enough there, just like, hold on, we gotta look into this. Keir Starmer apparently is still the Prime Minister of the UK, even though he appointed to his cabinet one of the people in the Epstein file and probably engaged with like, that sort of activity as well too. Is so like other countries are holding their like world leaders or like other people accountable as well too. I think there was like a there's some people probably were like told to step down. I know I'm misremembering things as well too. I don't know what I'm talking about. But the main thing I wanted to like bring up at the start, so it's going to be heavy at the start, but like is the no. So Congress finally got access to the Epstein files. Some parts of it was still redacted as well too. Even with they removed the redactions, there's still another redaction underneath it. But also, it was like at a Apple lab. You remember in school growing up when you had those like all those Apple Macintosh
Yep.
PCs for typing class or like so we can, but we all use it to play like Oregon Trail or something like that. Yeah, they set up like a 4-computer kiosk for the Congress people.
Jesus
to, like,
Christ.
to like go there as well too, and they were being monitored, even like their keystrokes as well too, because like I
But
don't
we're
know
not
how-
fascist. No, you're fascist.
because like that was in the thing that like Reuters photographers like wait a minute, what is that, like saw in like Pam Bondi's binder when she was on the like committee being grilled by like Congress, and rightfully so, honestly.
Well, she had binders full of children, huh?
Well, no, binders full of like of what like Pamela Jayapal like searched when she was looking at the Epstein file sort of thing as well too. And
well,
it's
when you
like-
consider that it was only 20 years ago that I couldn't remember his name. I knew him roughly the year, 2006. In a June speech, Ted Stevens, a Republican of Alaska, called the internet a series of tubes.
Wasn't it Baby Bush who called it the interwebs once?
Well, I
Probably.
like that too. But, I know that I'm. Mithril says, we had stone tablets, do you mind?
yeah. So the Pan Bondi like testimony, it was something. Don't you know about the Dow? How good the Dow is? We're here
Well,
talking
from what I
about.
heard, because I can't stand to hear her voice, but here's the thing, because I have an audio processing problem with, even if there's somebody I like, I have a difficult time listening to them. Right? Unless if it's singing, yeah, but as far as the politician or it goes, or just a person speaking, like a TED Talk or whatever, I have a hard time doing that. So I'm sure not going to listen to Nazi Barbie. but from what I've heard, she also was like castigating them, saying, how dare they criticize Trump and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Stop this baseball play.
Yes, exactly. Basically, like Pam Bondi had only one audience member in mind when she was there, like testifying. Donald Trump. That's it. Regardless of like anything else, regardless of like other like voters or constituents, regardless to the senators or the Congress people that like appointed her or like approved of her or something like that. No, it's all about like Donald Trump. But even
We should start calling her Pick Me Barbie.
Yes, pick me Barbie. Yes, exactly. Hey, but even when like I think like Mr. Klein from like California like asked, did like Donald Trump sleep around with like teenagers or something like that, or interact with teenagers at these parties?
Rape is the appropriate verb.
Rape is the appropriate verb. She didn't even answer that. She said Donald Trump committed no crimes. Like that's not the conversation we're having right now. That was not the question as well too.
And he was found guilty of 34 felonies.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Like, trying to claim that he has committed no crime.
Let alone
That's-
the fact let
that's
alone
perjury.
The fact that he can't operate a charity in New York because he was convicted of fraud of a children's cancer charity.
I know, right? Like, children's cancer. Come on.
But think of the children. Think of the kids.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, no, actually,
Well, it's not like he committed a charity fraud in a bathroom.
What about like his like a Miss Team USA? Isn't that kind of charity? That's kind of from empathy. As he walks into their changing rooms.
Right.
Yeah, auditioning your future wife isn't a charity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, his current wife has a like movie that came out as well too. I even saw like posters of it at the movie theater when I went to the movie.
Apparently, it's doing very well.
7 million. Just 7 million. More wide. I haven't looked at the numbers. It was just like it was pitiful and like it's always a bad sign.
Not even the MAGA crowd are going to see that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Last I heard, wasn't it still upside down? Like,
Oh, yeah.
as much money as they spent on it, they still haven't made enough back.
Yes, I was just like a
If I
total.
recall correctly, they said they spent $5 million on it, and so far I've only got one back. But that was like a week ago or whatever, so I don't know.
Well, Jonathan just said 7 million, so they're above water by 2 million.
I'm not sure. Just misremembering if it was 7 million or something like that. I know that Jeff Bezos like paid 40 million for the rights of it as well too, for it to like air on Amazon Prime and something like that. And that's just like
I paid $40 million for the rights of it, and then never allow anybody to show it anymore. Just
I'd
the
give him
people
50
that-
cents.
I wish I had the money to do it. Buy, especially if it's like, say, I don't know if they're still going, but the ArcLight Theater was a theater franchise in California that were like high tech, and also like you got assigned seats, and they actually led you to your seat. Okay. I would buy out all of the seats and then have nobody show up.
Apparently that happened in a couple of different venues.
Good.
People bought the tickets and then just didn't go.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. Let's see. So there was like that the Pan Bondi testimony. I was trying to remember if like the other details of like what came out the testimony of the Pan Bondi hearing as well too. But it's like mostly when one thing to like look at that and then study that is just like, well, we all know about like the Republicans, the fascist deflections of all those things. Like when they're talking about like Epstein fell, she brings up the economy, the Dow, and something like that, and some people are laughing. So it's just like
You're a partner of justice. You don't talk about the economy. You talk about crimes.
or that it's like you did not like talk to like a Merrick Garland at all about that. It's like we're not talking about that either. And it's just like
We asked him about that too. He said we're working on it.
It
Yeah.
spawned
Are you
some
working on it?
choice memes, though.
Yeah.
There's been some good memes that have come out. But the Dow is 50,000.
That's sometimes to some people that shows where the priorities are as well too. It's just like, but if the economy is good, then like who cares about like if like
The economy's not good for me.
Yeah, that's in Detroit, Metro.
About bridge to like Canada has happened this week. Oh yeah, I think I heard about
because
that.
they were going to get all set up for it or whatever, and then Trump is trying to stop it because he's taking it
Right.
Canada,
Mhm.
because they're not
It,
sucking his ass.
yeah. They'll probably finally prove it once, like, they can have the Trump name on it or something like that. The Donald Trump, like, in Bridge to Canada as well, too. Because, like, that's all he kind
How
of cares
about the
about.
Trump name on a prison wing?
Oh, yeah, there's that, too, as well, too. uh, no. Well, here's the thing. Even though he's the president, he should like advice from his businesses. But if Donald Trump runs a prison, that'll be good because that prison will collapse and be bankrupt in like 2 years or something like that. It's based on how he always runs his businesses.
Right? Because who fucking bankrupts a casino? It's
Exactly.
literally
How the
free
fuck
money.
can you run a
People walk
casino?
in and hand you money. Like,
I mean,
Oh, I'm
even
not
in
worried
Atlantic
about
City.
that, Metro. Metro says another escape route cut off. I'm not worried about that because that bridge that they're talking about is nowhere near as long as nowhere near as long as the Mackinac Bridge. Okay. And we, there's Wisconsin, Minnesota, right there, borders Canada, whatever. You can go detour around with a car, whatever.
Yeah, speaking of Minnesota, it's like even though like the
I
surge
can't
is,
take a car to Ireland, but I'll figure something out.
is I mean, like,
Can
yeah,
if you drive fast enough.
I get a
so-
James Bond car.
no, yeah. Or get a car that can survive at the bottom of the ocean for a long enough time as well too. It'll take you some time to drive from the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean all the way to Ireland, but like
I'll just have to make sure it's not made by OceanGate.
yeah, exactly. But I'm fine if it's controlled by a controller, honestly. But anyway, but steering wheel for a car anyway, because why not? I was trying to really think as well too. It's like, yeah, Minnesota. I saw some posts like saying this well too, and I believe it is like down on the ground in like Minneapolis and St. Paul, so well too, Detroit cities. Like ice is still around as well too. Remember,
Yeah.
they only like brought back like 700 like ICE officers as well too, troops
Yep.
or Gestapo as well too. Oh, there's still people on the ground, and there's still people defending the neighborhoods as well too. The media kind of has like,
You know what else I find funny about ICE?
Mhm.
They're not getting paid.
Yes, I heard about that. I think I brought it up last week as well too.
They were supposedly going to push through funding or whatever, but many people have said that not only have they not been, but that their superiors or whatever told them that they're not getting paid.
Oh, also, if you go around a high school or something like that and say I support ICE, you're gonna get punched.
No, that's not
that's so cool.
No.
It's
He didn't
my
say I
hero.
support ICE. He physically attacked those children, and they kicked the shit out of him.
There was that
No,
one that was said in the car front.
Oh, there was
Yeah,
another
that
one?
was a different one, but
Yeah.
that was
Oh.
the same thing.
There was a kid who had a sign that said "I support ICE." Another kid decided to remonstrate.
Yeah.
And he said like,
I'm
I'm gonna
afraid
punch
not.
you. You support us? Yeah, I'm gonna punch you. You get in trouble for that. I don't care.
Punch Nazis.
I know. He even warned him.
Yeah, exactly.
The kids are all right.
Now, see, yeah, I understand what kids or whatever, but okay, look up Amr Rahman. It's AHMER. I think it's RAH or RAAHMAN. I don't know. A Muslim Arab comedian. He's hilarious. And he was talking about Richard Spencer, getting punched.
Yep.
And he said that this guy was interviewing Richard Spencer, like, oh, look at this natty, Nazi who's not dressed like the usual Nazi. Let's interview him. So Richard Spencer was spouting his usual bigoted BS, and he was explaining what Pepe the Frog was to me.
Yep.
Right? And then out of nowhere,
And he got punched right in the
this
face.
hero came and turned him into a meme.
Yes.
And he said, and I'm paraphrasing, so go look at the original one. Okay, check it out. Look up Nazi Safety Advocate, because that's coming out. He said, this hero came out of nowhere, and punched him, whatever, and he said, all the white liberals are going to come out of the woodwork. Do we really want to do that? Do we want to make violence the political action of the day? what happens if you, punch a Nazi? What happens next? And he says, hopefully punch another Nazi.
I know.
Yes.
Why would it be
Punch more
it'd be weird
Nazis.
to just
That's what
punch
happens.
one? Yeah. And he
Yeah.
said, what are you, Nazi safety advocate?
I did have. Speaking of liberals, I did have this conversation with a coworker when there was a Nazi that was punched in Seattle. He had the Nazi SWAT armband on him as well too, so it's clear as day as well too.
Oh, is that the one where the young black man just goes wham and knocks him the fuck out?
Yes, it is. And
Yeah,
so-
I've seen that. I've seen that. one.
Yeah, and my coworker said, "Oh, I don't agree with Nazis, but he should have punched him as well too." I gave him additional context. Yeah, it wasn't that he was a Nazi. He was harassing the other black people on the bus, going with like monkey noises. Threw a banana at one of them. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, I gotta say why he punched him then.
Well, no, I mean, just the armband is enough.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. The armband is enough.
Okay, I looked up the numbers for Melania. It cost $75 million to make.
Yep.
And as of now, globally, it has made $15 million. Of that, it made $14.8 million in the U.S.
Some people might have gone to hate watch it.
Yep.
Yes.
Some people might have gone hoping to see some soft porn.
Yeah.
Some
Those people
might
don't have
gone,
internet
bought
connections or
tickets
cell phones.
And then just walked out or just not watched it. Just bought a ticket. We're going to support Trump.
Speaking of things that people were not watching, last week was the big bowl of the football game. It was more football game. My Seahawks won, but my only problem with that is the victory play caused me to be late on Wednesday.
I mean, I sort of knew it was who was playing.
I said Seahawks and the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots lost, so that's good because the New England Patriots owner was a Trumper guy as well too. So it was
Also, they cheat or something.
Yeah, that was a
Also,
wow,
just their name. Like,
Yeah.
Patriots. Yeah, Patriots. Yeah, exactly. Seahawks at least is a bird as well too. Indigenous to the area as well too. But the halftime show, and despite how Turning Point USA says, no, we should no one wants to watch it. It's like, oh come on, he's singing in Spanish as well too. Who like it?
They should get an American.
Yes, they had their own halftime show that almost nobody watched.
Yeah, the Puppy Bowl got more views.
There is a video going around. I don't know if it's AI or not, but there's a video going around of people at Mar-a-Lago watching Bad Bunny.
Exactly. Even Trump watched Bad Bunny as well too.
All I know is that Kid Rock is such a shitty performer. He was lip syncing and forgot to keep the microphone near his mouth.
Yeah, they were
Yes.
calling him Hillbilly Vanilli.
While I love that name for this particular incident, I agree 100%. Okay, I still like mine, Dr. Phil Jr. That's what he looks like.
There was also a country singer that at one point he said mentioned this rough hunter rifle never would hit a deer, but they hit this one man as well too. It was weird. It was like a Charlie Cook reference in the country song, and it's just But the thing is, also with the MAGA people as well too, and Turn Toward USA and the Pro America, rah rah rah, that sort of thing too. They would want the all American kind of people, but also the all American kind of recording artists who would love to have not just Kid Rock as well too. All hate their guts. You're not gonna get Neil Young. He hates your guts. You're not gonna get Bruce Springsteen the boss. He hates your guts. So it's just Kid Rock.
Well,
Yeah,
they
there
do
was
have
a
the guy
lot
who
of
pooped his
artists
pants so
who-
he could avoid going to war. Ted Nugent.
Yeah, there was a lot of performers who didn't want to sign up for it because they were saying that they didn't want to cause any more divisiveness. And I'm like,
that's because they don't want to lose
all
sales.
of your favorite artists know just how divisive this shit is, this separate but equal, then
Not equal.
Why can't you guys just, acquiesce and cancel the whole fucking thing?
Yeah. I don't know why I guess it's just because of sunk cost fallacy, or that they're just determined as well too. It's we're going this far
Because they believe in separate but unequal, but they don't realize that on this guy's, they're on the wrong side of unequal.
They're not popular anymore. Not even Nicki Minaj.
Even though the Puppy Bowl got more views.
Yes.
Which I think is funny as hell, because the Puppy Bowl isn't actually that, like, what was it, Bad Bunny, they said, got 137 million views or something like that?
And most
And
people
the
turn.
Puppy
Wouldn't surprise
Bowl
me.
got 7 million views. And they got 3 to 5 million views on their Turning Point USA stupid shit.
It's a lot of bots too.
I knew I'd seen it when we were talking about this, and I knew I followed him, but I couldn't remember who it was, so I had to look it up on the Googles, because Google knows everything. Zach Bryan, Z-A-C-H, Bryan, B-R-Y-A-N, is a country singer who unabashedly hates Trump with a passion.
Doesn't surprise me.
One of his songs, which is also anti-ICE, is called Bad News. So y'all ought to go check him out, give him a little bit of props, whatever.
Mhm.
But he's also, at the very least, pro-queer.
Mhm.
Okay. And another one, by the way, I try to give him a shout out, is McCormick's Irish Pub. McCormack_S, McCormick's Irish Pub, on Facebook. He absolutely detests Trump. He's very anti-fascist. He's got a lot of people, trying to give fake reviews on Yelp and whatever. Oh, this place sucks, and they trashed me, and they, my food was late, and blah blah blah. And it's kind of funny, that you live 3 states away, but somehow you visited my pub. And he comments back. Okay. He also has melanated people working in his establishment, and he backs them up 100%. He backs up trans people. I plan on buying one of his shirts, which he has. I'll get to in a second. This Friday, but he has a shirt that says "Fuck Trump, fuck ICE, fuck Nazis." And there's like shirts and hoodies, and whatever. I wish he had a sticker. That'd be cool.
Take my whiskey neat. Fuck ICE.
Right.
Nice.
And so people in the comments section on Facebook are kind of ragging on each other and whatever. Okay. And he, like I said, he comments every once in a while. Somebody's particularly egregious or makes some really, really inane or dumbass comment. He'll step in and respond, and he don't hold any punches either. I mean, he follows Facebook community standards, however. But other than that, I support him 100%.
Nice. You mentioning Facebook and the comments on Facebook reminded me of how back when Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon showed their album coming for the 50th anniversary of the Dark Side of the Moon 5
my God,
and
yes.
the Rainbow, and it's just so many conservatives were going, "Oh God, when did Pink Floyd got woke?" And it's like
They literally had a video about
50
fascism.
years ago?
yeah, it's
60 years ago, actually, but yeah.
they woke. They
Well,
always been
that was back in my pharmaceutical days, so I'm surprised I remembered some.
I mean, these are those kind of same people that would not understand the wall or anything like that, and realize that Pink Floyd's always
These are
been
the same
anti-fascist.
people that
No, they
complain
make you
that
all
rage
be
against
exactly the
machine
same.
is
It's communism.
political. They're
What
the
do you
same
say,
people
Shabbat?
They're the same people that complain that Rage Against the Machine is political. Or Green Day.
They used to be cool. When did they become political?
They gotta get all political.
Punk's always political. There you go. Punk is counterculture as well too, and there's always anti-fascism in punk as well too.
Anti-fascist and pro-trans and pro-queer and pro-BLM and blah 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 blah.
Except for the dipshits who just use punk as an excuse to be an asshole.
Yeah, it's like Johnny
There's
Rotten.
apparently a group on Facebook called Punk Conservatives or Conservative Punks Against Woke or some crap like that.
That's the opposite of punk.
Exactly.
I just remembered something from the going back to the Pam Bondi thing because again she's just like going through all the tropes, deflecting. She even brought up, oh, how come you don't talk about anti-Semitism? And the congressperson that she said that to happens to be a black woman, but like she said, like, are you going to really say that to me when my grandfather died in like Auschwitz or something like that? So she's part Jewish, so she's like through anti-Semitism and a part Jewish like congressperson as well too. That congressperson had to like walk out.
I didn't see the video, but I did read that comment, and it reminded me of a long time ago, like back in the dinosaur days, 20 or so years ago.
And it got too far away.
I belonged to a very rough and tumble religion and atheist forum that didn't have any what's the word I'm looking for?
Human decency?
As far as like you can say this or you can't say that or whatever. Okay. And one of the common complaints that a lot of fanatical adherents of Islam and Christians would level against atheists especially, but people of other faiths or whatever, was if they complained about Islam in any way, shape, or form, oh, you're being racist. Sometimes that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing it just for that reason, but sometimes it's also not true.
I mean, look at the atheist movement of the 2000s.
And well, the beginning started in them.
Some of the people who also were named in the Epstein files, Dawkins and Krauss and like
Dawkins, Krauss, Daniel Dennett,
Michael Shermer.
The Stephen guy, Pinker? No.
Steven Pinker was part of the New Atheist movement.
Who's the other one? He was the president.
Sam Harris? I don't know if he's in the files, but he's a dick.
David Silverman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, David Silverman.
Because what happened was he got credible accusation of sexual abuse and kind of went underground for a while, just like Louis C.K. did.
Yep.
Popped back up like a whack-a-mole, except that like them and like, what's his name? Dennis Miller. Okay.
Oh,
who was pretty lefty before 9/11.
Yep, exactly. I remember that turn.
Way to the right.
Oh, way to the right.
And he, a lot of them will like I said, kind of whack-a-mole, and they'll go underground for a little bit, and then when they come up, they're very right-wing because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
That's where the people don't care about sexual assault is.
Suck my ass.
And just like one thing about like AI, I wish I could just like remove Copilot from like Microsoft products. I can't, it's like that. But if you're Google searching something, well, you can probably use like some other search like DuckDuckGo or something like that. But it's like if you want to Google search something and you don't want that AI overview or something like that, sometimes it's wrong too because it's pulling from like sources and just cited sources as well too. And so if you search something like what will the Safe Act do? You can say minus AI at the end of it, and it will remove the AI overview or something like that. You just get like a standard Google search.
Another thing you can also do too, and it's more for social media, but it can work for this as well, Amazon, whatever. If you have a link, like say www.trumpsucks.com or whatever, okay. If you're going from Facebook, you click on a link, okay, and you're going from Facebook to that link, whether it's Amazon or YouTube or whatever, okay. It'll have all that Facebook bullshit at the end of it. FBCLID, whatever, okay. What you do is there's a question mark at the end of the actual link. You highlight that to the left side of that, go all the way to the right, highlight it, and wipe that out. Then you have the original link.
Yeah.
So you wipe out everything to the right, and everything's okay.
Yes.
That was a metaphor.
Chucky darn, just only the left is there. Only the left is left.
They all get the wall.
Yes.
No, they don't get the wall. We were just talking about that. They don't get it at all.
It says all we are is just another brick in the wall. That does remind me. So like Yeah, there's that. I'm going to post this link. This is the link to a Tumblr post as well too, but it's a Tumblr post that I reposted as well too. I'll post it in our group chat like here in Zoom, but and I'll also probably share it in our Facebook Messenger group as well too. But I'll post it there in the live chat as well too. Decentralize and clean up your life as well too, and it's like source to like many different things. Like offer like alternative use, like Firefox as a web browser instead of like Chrome and Opera because like
Yeah,
those
Firefox is just better than Chrome, I found.
yeah. And a lot of the different suggestions of different things to do, and also other places to get your media as well too. If like those other places are just like as well too, and like taking your data and that sort of thing too. So is to check it out. Oh yeah, free media. Heck yeah, there's like a Reddit thread that this person linked of like free movies, books, and games as well too. So there you go. Go ahead, Jabon.
I'm trying to pull an idea because otherwise I tend to talk over people. Shut up, John. Upscroll can go fuck itself. Okay.
Yep.
I joined.
I don't know what Upscroll is.
A lot of people did. Okay.
It's a social media platform.
Okay.
I've heard it.
It's kind of a cross between Blue Sky and TikTok. Okay.
Yes.
And in and of itself, if it even had the community standards that Facebook does, would be tolerable. Okay. But it doesn't. So, what is good is that a lot of people, because it was started and owned and operated by a Palestinian businessman, so a lot of people from Gaza are on there letting us know what's going on, whatever, and that's cool. Okay, but I was following somebody, Joey and I were talking about it, and Nick Fuentes responded to that. And that was like halfway to me being out the door. And then I saw 3 content creators on YouTube that I follow and trust in this type of circumstances. One of them being Tom Powell Jr. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I give somewhat of a shout out to him. He's a capitalist and he is a Democrat, but I still would agree with about 75% of his stances on issues. Anyway. So he mentioned it, that he went on there and he was checking it out. It wasn't too bad or whatever, And then he found child essay. And it was videos. It wasn't just still images. It was videos. Wasn't live. But it was videos what looked like 40-ish-year-old men and under 10-year-old girls. And he's like, nope, I'm out of here. And I did the same thing. I already talked to Joey. I deleted it, whatever. Nope, I'm done.
Yeah. Marty Afnafty said this before that and she did mention Upscroll before when it was new and it's a new alternative to TikTok as well too. But then once she learned that Upscroll was banning trans people, okay, she's out as well too. Hearing that.
Now that I understand that, okay, but I was openly trans on Upscroll. Okay. How long was I on there, Joey? About a month?
About a month, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was openly trans, very much posting trans stuff, very pro-trans stuff, and never had a problem. Now, I'm not saying that other people didn't. Okay?
Yeah.
You just didn't see my little piddly-ass account, whatever, I don't know. But I didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
But that was like I was about ready to leave it anyway, and then, like I said, I saw the thing from Tom Powell, so I went to check out a couple other people, and I was like, nope, I'm out of here, I'm done.
So Upscroll to the 8chan, great.
Upscroll can go up against the wall.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Speaking of people trying to find alternatives to all these other social media sites, now that announcement from Discord, people are trying to find alternatives to Discord. So I linked the Polygon article in the live chat as well too, because starting March, Discord is going to require ID verification if you want to have access to adult-only content on Discord as well too. But
TeamSpeak.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good alternative. That a Polygon article mentioned as well too. I'll list the other one as well too.
I
because
just signed up for TeamSpeak yesterday or the day before. I haven't even really used it yet. So.
They've been around for some time as well too. Because I remember that on the WoW episode of South Park as well too, back when WoW was WoW. This is 20 years ago, so like that. I'm getting XP with with my team using TeamSpeak.
I'm assuming, I don't know anything about TeamSpeak other than somebody said it was an alternative to Discord. So I'm assuming that there's somewhat similar functions going on with TeamSpeak.
I'm assuming so.
If
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
able to create a space and curate it and make it safe, then I'll stay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with TeamSpeak at all. I just know, as I mentioned it before, I don't have an account on TeamSpeak. Others, I see a lot of people like that I know in my circles are going to like a Stout as well too. So I'll probably will like make an account then. STOATE, Stout.
Stoat.
Stout.
So
It's like a little weasel.
Yeah,
oh,
I was
yes.
gonna say, isn't
gotta
that
get
like a little
weasels.
weasel kind of guy?
Yes,
They're
it is.
adorable.
Yes.
yeah, they're absolutely adorable.
Aren't they the ones that turn brown in the summer and white?
Some of them do.
Some of them,
Right,
some of them.
do. Yeah.
Depends on how far north they live.
Also, they're very closely related to ferrets too.
Yep. Stoats, weasels, ferrets.
Right. And I had a friend in Minnesota who had a ferret as a pet. Called him Foamy after Foamy the squirrel. And the only problem he said that he had, and I didn't notice it, but the only problem he said he had was that if you don't take care of them properly, even more so than a cat or dog or whatever, they can stink.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can have their scent glands removed though,
Yeah.
so they don't, because they spray
Yep.
like a cat does.
4 years, it got out, and then I guess a coyote or something killed it. But he had a baby
Oh
skunk
no!
that had the scent gland removed.
God, it would
He
be
gave
so
he gave it cat
sad.
food, and then had like pills he got from the vet or whatever, you know.
Yeah. One thing, see, I just remembered that, like, I heard this, I didn't find a thing to, like, point to, and something like that, and maybe it's in, like, Discord's own announcement of, like, hey, we're going to, like, ask for, like, IDs now for you to get, like, access to everything. Apparently, they say, not all accounts, well, it's just, like, what they said is, like, for most accounts, they'll, starting on March the 1st, so that you'll be defaulted to teen. And like I'm sure any new account will be defaulted to teen. You get the teen experience as well too. So they'll be blurring of things, so censoring
how
of
are
things.
they going to? How are they going to? What's the word I'm looking for? How
Enforce
are they
it?
gonna watch it? How are they going to guard it? How are they going to curate it?
It's so basically, in order to, for like many accounts, in order
AI.
to like not, well, hopefully not, but like, in order for you to like not have your account be set to teen by default on Discord, you have to provide like a photo ID or as
Okay,
well
so
as
what
like
I'm
a photo.
asking is, if your account is set to teen, what's the difference?
You won't have access to the adult-only content as well too. It'll be blurred for you, or if a Discord it sets this like this like one channel NSFW art to be adults only because it's NSFW art. You see like bits and pieces
So
and
if
not
it's
bits.
like a link, you won't be able to see the link or whatever.
Yes, or you won't be access to the adult restricted like servers or channels as well too because there are some
Because
servers.
I'm going to be revamping my Discord. So I believe it's already called Politics with a Turtle, but I'll be revamping my Discord. And it's going to be, there will be a politics channel, but only one, and that's just going to be like a regular, text channel, whatever, okay? And then the other part of it is just going to be movie Discord. And I'll share movies once a week.
Is but like many people's reaction to like fuck you Discord, I'm not going to give you my ID, and like because like there's already been like hacks on like Discord and like leaks of like people's like IDs and that sort of thing too, so it is like a risk to like just even though they say like no we're going to delete it right afterwards or use a third party to verify it. And I think there was extra steps like you have to also like show your face and like a photo as well too, as well as your photo ID, and it's just like that's like extra steps
To prove that they shouldn't have our IDs attached to their accounts and things like that, somebody should hack Grindr and release all the Republicans. I mean, I don't agree with shaming people for being
we
gay,
got a job
but for
for
hypocrites.
you.
You want to, a friend of mine made a comment about it, and I agree with him. You want to upgrade your, not for everybody obviously, but you want to upgrade your review from, just a bunch of guys who used to be on 4chan, not a good thing, okay? Do stuff like that. I mean, and even if they're shitty otherwise, because here's the thing, like Joe and I have had this discussion before. Lone Stump is worth billions of dollars. Okay. Let's say he decided to not openly be a Nazi jackass. Okay. And he bought Twitter, whatever. Okay, but let's say he took that $44 billion. Let's make it even 50. Okay, took that $50 billion and gave each state in the United States $1 billion to help feed the hungry, house people, etc. The amount, well, first of all, the amount of ass kissing, but also the amount of wishing, I guess is the way to put it, that he would get from just that act alone, for a long time at least anyway, would way outshadow anything he did on Twitter. They'd be like, well, he sucks on Twitter, but at least he did this.
Mm-hmm. That's what philanthropy is for. To keep the poor from coming after you and cutting your fucking head off.
If somebody said, okay, Sean, you got, $1 billion, what are you going to do with it?
Definitely give it. Well, that's not
Well,
view,
I
but
have
like,
a little bit of a student loan, not very much. It's under $3,000. I'll put it that way. Left. I had more than that, but that's all I had left. There's a lot of people that wouldn't have to, like Phoenix, wouldn't have to provide or
ask.
Rely on the, to use Blanche's term, the kindness of strangers. Where the government is fucked. We can give, what is it? I think it started at 20 and then it went to $40 billion to Argentina. But we can't pay, we can't give people food, we can't give people health care, we can't give people all this other stuff. Yeah, okay. We need bagel slicers, people. We need bagel slicers.
Choppity chop chop sounds.
Is yeah.
Choppity chop chop choppity chop chop. Look those commies go.
I don't. I've never had that much money in the bank account. And there was a time that I did have a decent amount of money in my bank account. But I guess I'm weirdly averse to having money in my bank account because what's it doing in there as well too. And maybe there's something wrong with me in that needing to compulsively.
No, you're just a good capitalist. You want to put your money to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I have on my website, I have a page that's permanent. GoFundMe or all these people that Geek is listed are on that GoFundMe or whatever venue or option you have for funding to help you. I don't care if it's to take your pet weasel to the vet or help pay for a broken leg or whatever. Okay. Contact me, let me know. Contact me on Facebook, whatever, let me know, and I will help. We'll get info, whatever info you want to share. Okay, and a picture because a picture always helps, and I will put it up there for you. And some money for you.
Yeah. Speaking actually, GoFundMe, this remind me of this is another one of the topics I want to bring up because recently just lost James Van Der Beek as well too, and he was only 48, and is James Van Der Beek.
James Van Der Beek.
Dawson from Dawson's Creek.
Yes.
The guy with the ugly crying meme.
He was also in Starship Troopers. He started that movie. He was also in Sleepy Hollow.
In Starship Troopers?
He played the lead in Starship Troopers.
Oh,
he was
okay,
no, that was Casper Van Dien in the first one.
Oh damn! It was Casper Van Dien. So oh man, I mixed him up.
I haven't seen any of the other ones, so I don't know about those.
James Van Der Beek was also in Varsity Blues as well too.
I didn't know that they made more than one.
They did make.
Oh
3.
yeah, they made several sequels
made
because the Fash never understood.
So James Van Der Beek is most famous for Dawson from Dawson's Creek. He's also in Varsity Blues as well too, and I mistake him for another actor that was also in Sleepy Hollow and Starship Troopers as well too. But the one thing is wait a minute, he had to go fund me in order to for everything as well too. Yeah, because he died of colon cancer. It just shows you that even an actor as well too can a Hollywood actor can get cancer and then
well, they were saying he was selling all of his shit just trying to afford to be able to survive.
Yep. You got to remember that most actors are not that wealthy.
Buy insulin.
Yeah. But the thing about Dawson's Creek is but he was a big TV star. Is but none of the actors on Dawson's Creek get residuals because it was always considered to be like syndicated, even though it was like new and airing on UPN or like WB. So it's like it's only like if you were on the big
Most actors take a salary; they don't take a percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And
And the
a
fact is, he
difference.
didn't really get much work after those few things.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah. Oh, you also buy a
In
bunch of
better news,
yeah.
Rush Limbaugh's still good.
Yes, he is still dead.
I actually lost a friend that I had been friend with for probably over 15 years online. From that atheist forum I mentioned. Because I made that comment. She's like, well, that's not really nice to say. And I said, you realize what he said, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she said, yeah, I know, blah, 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 and, you know, whatever. I said, no, I'm glad he's dead. And
Yeah.
There's no hell, and I think even the concept of hell is immoral, but if it was like a short term, not eternal, for a year or whatever, yeah, I want that motherfucker to burn in hell for a year.
And you know, I'm really glad that sometimes a Nazi experiences a completely inexplicable, mysterious neck rupture.
Oh god, I recently watched a video from Ronald McDonald. He talked to like someone who like thinks the left is demonic as well too, all because like how we were celebrating the death of Charlie Cook. But this was a Charlie Cook fan, so it's like okay, you know where he goes, and he said all yeah, he's just a fascist as well too, Cuban, but like
As much as Charlie Kirk was anti-woke, he eventually got triggered and he went left at the end.
He lost the gun debate. He did not see that coming.
And if people are upset because we make jokes about him, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck you too.
I'm glad he's dead. I am genuinely happy.
You shouldn't wish ill of the dead. It's all.
I think it's actually poignant too that the guy who took him out was even farther right than he was.
Exactly.
And
It turns out.
You know, because they immediately started screaming about the left and blah 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 and.
Oh, he had a transy girlfriend.
And that and whatever, and you don't hear about that anymore, do you? I wonder why.
Oh yeah, and
Same
they're
with the
good.
guy that supposedly shot Trump's ear, which there was no fucking.
Oh, he was definitely far right. He was trying to trigger the day of the rope.
Yeah, I think they like the politics of like the first person that like shot at Trump as well too, that hit him in the ear as well too. He just like wanted to be in the news, so like a mass shooter as well too. He's like
No, he was trying to trigger a race war.
The supposedly this clipping of the ear. Okay, if the bullet passes that close at that speed, normal speed of a bullet, depending upon the size and caliber. The bullet passes that close. First of all, Trump would be lucky he didn't get a concussion from it, a mild concussion, okay? But secondly, it would tear cartilage from that ear. It wouldn't just like, oh my God, it got a little gut. And even if it just barely touched his ear to do that, it would still do more damage, and there would still be residual damage, and then residual, what's the word I'm looking for? Scar tissue, etc. Okay.
Yep. It was probably just spalling from the guy's bone who got hit behind him.
A wound there, you know.
So another thing of requiring ID, or supposedly, but like who knows? There's like the Save Act just passed like Congress, the House as well too, by 218.
I heard that they were trying to push back against it.
Yeah, there's the word is that it's probably not going to pass the Senate.
Yeah, that's what I heard, because he's in like a Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski
In
of
part
Alaska.
because they actually did the numbers. And basically the problem that they had with it, there's other problems with the SAVE Act, but the problem with the SAVE Act is with a lot of people in a lot of states, having a driver's license or an ID isn't enough to vote if the SAVE Act passes. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to have a passport or something like that. The problem is, most of the people who bought or buy passports don't live in Trump-supported states.
Exactly.
A lot of the people who support Trump wouldn't be able to vote.
Yeah.
And they went,
Exactly.
oh, we can't do that.
So yeah,
That would be pretty fucking hilarious. They
also,
disenfranchise the entire far right.
I would
also,
absolutely love it.
also, it's like they were trying. As I cough,
Yeah, what you said.
as I cough, as I try, like as I choke on air as well too. That's not the only I choke on. Hey, but the thing is, like, so like they were even words like your name on your birth certificate had to match your ID name as well too. And many women take their like a husband's like
Right,
last name
right,
when they get
exactly.
married, and that will disenfranchise them.
Yeah, I
Well,
never
they
worry
want
about
that.
coughing or choking. I've lost my gag reflex years ago. But anyway, yeah, so, but I think that I don't think that was about the women not being able to vote. I don't think that was completely unknown.
No.
Yeah. As I think, I think
They
that
want
what
women to not be able to vote.
What's up, Tria?
Yeah.
yes.
Hey, Drea.
Hello, Drea. And also, like, the one person that was shared in like a Discord, and I shared this information out to like my socials as well too, in case they pass the Senate. But it looks like it's not going to likely happen. You have to like get your passport as well too. But also, this person
Yeah,
like
I
suggested,
can't afford to get my fucking passport. Like, who can?
uh, but
Jesus, it's expensive.
if the safe, if
The
the safe,
reason that went through, I think, is two things. One was the thing about women, okay, and the other was the thing about trans people. Because a lot of
Yes.
trans people, myself included,
Oh, that was definitely the excuse they were
on
using
their
was trans
ID
people.
or their license, which does not match their birth certificate or does
Yes.
not match their passport or whatever.
yes,
And I think that's another factor that they were trying to add into it.
yeah, that's.
Or
We also disenfranchise a lot of people born abroad
Right.
because they might not have birth certificates.
If you're I don't know of the I know of the what's the word I'm looking for, the criteria for being president, but as far as being a citizen, if you're both of your parents or even one are American,
Yep.
to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, if you're born anywhere else in the world, you're still an American citizen.
Yes.
You can give it up though. My brother did. I have a younger brother who's half Swiss, and
I remember a bit.
the Swiss government was actually giving Americans a hard time because of Trump the first 4 years, and he got singled out basically because he had Swiss citizenry and
American.
United States citizenry. And so they came after him in his taxes. And so he gave up his American citizenship and said, it's just not worth it.
Right. I don't know more than anyone.
But now he might not be able to come back to the U.S. We're the best country in the world. That makes me sad.
In that case, I'll pretend that I have Irish citizenship and not fucking come back.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, but don't you love your country? It's like, no, for a lot of reasons. And I don't
okay,
even
look,
say some of the
look,
liberals.
I'm a vet.
Mhm.
I served 4 years at the end of the Cold War. Okay. And good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, because I was still in the cult at the time, and still under all the delusions that I had at the time. Okay. But I genuinely thought that I was serving my country and risking my life for my country. And as far as that goes, at that time, if a war had started, I was stationed in Germany. If a war had started, I knew I was toast. We're right across the border from East Berlin. Okay, the Russians know where the base is. Not like they got to look it up on Google or something. They didn't have Google at the time, by the way. That wasn't around the time. But, okay, so I'm also not. I am supportive of a lot of people in the military. Not everybody. Not everybody in the military, because not everybody deserves it. Okay, just because you're in the military means you're a good person?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that whole cop bullshit too. But I do have friends who are vets, who I support very, very much. We have a lot of camaraderie as far as that goes. I also don't do the, the whole, remember the whole thing they had in the blogosphere a few years back where it was like Santa was visiting a soldier in the desert, and all this other horse shit, but I wish I could have, I thought I was. I wish in reality that I could have been supporting the ideals that this country supposedly had, instead of what's actually happened for the last 300 fucking years.
Well,
So
most
while
youth that joined the military in the United States are brainwashed.
Right.
Most of them are poor.
And and also
They need the money.
At the time, not only was I still in the cult, like I said, Assembly of God, if you know, you know. But I was graduating from high school. My family was moving out of state. I probably could have, talked them into taking me with them, but that wasn't a great thing, especially with the abuse and whatever. But I couldn't get into college. I didn't have good enough grades to get into college. Okay, so what was I going to do? I didn't have a choice. That was my best option, was to go in the military and risk my life for the country that I thought I was defending. And a lot of my friends didn't make it. And so that whole poverty thing is a huge. Here's the thing: if you give everybody in America, health care, you give everybody in America UBI, okay, you're going to see that enrollment in the military plummet.
Mm-hmm.
The military leaders, like I said, that as well too, which is why some of them were against Biden's forgiveness of student debt, because it will drop their recruitment numbers as well too. Joe brings up a point. It's if you love your family member and they are being self-destructed, it shows more love to stop them than to enable them. Same with your country. Yeah.
Now, if I'm a far lefty and I finally get in power, one of the things that happens is that not only is there free education and free
Food,
housing,
clothing, housing, healthcare, education.
Exactly. All that list is getting fulfilled, but it makes it so that people who want to join the military actually want to join the military.
Exactly.
And that makes it a voluntary thing. It makes it so that you've got people who are happy to be there, basically.
Which means ultimately that the military would become an extremely far-right Nazi institution overnight.
Oh, true.
Speaking of people that I think
Not if you're a far lefty in charge, though.
right,
Yeah, true.
that I think you should vote for or support. One I have to retract, I did for a long time, and that was Chris Murphy. Because of his stances on Israel. I agree with probably 95% everything else that he says. He's been supporting trans people and queer people, but trans people specifically for over 20 years. Okay? But he's just way too suck-ass on Israel. Mallory
Yeah, and
McDonald-
genocide, I think genocide should be more of a deal breaker for more people. You know what I mean?
It's kind of weird that it isn't.
Mallory
I know,
McDonald
right?
in Michigan, to my knowledge, doesn't support Israel. So I plan on voting for her. Another one who I think you should vote for, if you're in that area, obviously you can't otherwise. She's a friend of mine. Caveat, she was a friend of mine before she ran for office. Her name is Katrina DeVille, DeVille. She's on Facebook. Got her own website, whatever. She is. I'm also rewriting the song for her, Katrina DeVille. Anyway, she is a lefty. She is a trans woman, open trans woman, and running as a trans woman. In Wisconsin, for an office seat in Wisconsin, like one of the local representatives or whatever. So you should check her out. Take care, Phoenix.
Bye, peace.
You should check her out and see if you want. Don't just blindly support her because I told you to, because then fuck you. But you should check her out. See if you want to support her. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. Okay, you can support her financially, which I do. Even I obviously can't vote for her because I'm not a Republican. I can't commit voter fraud. But most of the voter fraud, the actual voter fraud, and there has been some, very very tiny amount, but there has been some. Most of it, almost all of it, has been committed by. You support her. There are other people that you.
And
She's
You're
gone
breaking
robotic.
Okay, it's Joey's fault. Um, there are some people you can support. You can put it in the comments of the video. Yeah, I'm starting to get problems here too. So you know what? I'm gonna duck out.
okay.
So and it's getting close to that time anyway. There's my website. houseofconnor.com. I am going to be rebooting my show. And I'm coming out swinging. I've already got 3 topics. It's going to be um, hours-ish long on Saturdays, probably 3 o'clock, because that way, I have people who are friends of mine in England, in Germany, in Ireland that wouldn't mind watching, but, if I do it at 7 or 8, it's way too late for them. Same for Sunday. Even if it was 3 o'clock Sunday, they may have to work the next day, so I'd rather do it on Saturdays. Be 3 in the afternoon on Saturdays. Next week is, hold on a second. Let me get this a little quicker. And then I want to give a shout out about a dog. So, so I will be talking about the Olympics. I will be talking about this fascism. I will be talking about Blue MAGA. And I will be mentioning a hypocrisy from MAGA. Gee, what a surprise that happened. Okay, one of my super good friends, I consider them to be a sibling. Okay, whatever. Their dog went to sleep yesterday. Voluntarily at the animal hospital. They are going to need some help getting that paid for. I've already talked with them and already got permission with their input and whatever, to set up a GoFundMe, etc. Because they're working, their money is tight for them. Okay, this dog was there for what, Joey? 7 years, 9 years, something like that.
I think so, something like that.
Something around seven-ish years. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. It's not his name, but his nickname is the Golden Boy. To the point where I often sent her the peanut butter dog treats. Okay. And the first time I sent her one, she said, "Well, it's great for your nephew," because I call her my sister. Okay. It's great for your nephew. So, that I always talk about him like that. We have seen him grow up, older, I guess you want to call it, into an adult, fully adult dog, and whatever. And then it was starting to get slower, he was starting to get slower and whatever. And we were, as much as we could be, with her yesterday, minute by minute when it happened. She's at the animal hospital. There is an organization that, the organization that did hit, she's a vet, so they gave her a good discount, but there's still hundreds of dollars to pay. Okay, and that's just not something she can afford. Okay. So I'm gonna help with her help and whatever. I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe. I'm gonna mention it on my page, my Facebook page, as soon as I get done here, and I'm gonna show something. Just thinking about it chokes me up, which is part of what that was. It's called A Letter from a Puppy. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that to help her out, whatever. Okay. So the whole old Bob Barker used to say, spay and neuter your pets, say whatever. But if you can, and you have an organization that is local that helps other people, because that's what I'm trying to work with too. Okay, see if we can get her other help as well. Give them something, whether it's an animal shelter, buy them dog food, whatever, give them something. Okay. But that type of aid is just as necessary for the mental well-being of people as any other type. So getting back to that again, on my website there will be a mutual aid page, all my stickers and all that merchandise bullshit. I don't care about that. I'm going to be revamping my Blue Sky. I will be redoing my Discord, like I said, so there will be one political spot, and then most of the rest of it is just about movie sharing. Saturday nights, I'm going to share movies. They're free. Also, I will be sharing them simultaneously. I think I can do it on my Patreon, and I'll have all that garbage and all that crap listed on my Facebook and whatever. So that's enough. I am out of here. Thank you for letting me come and rant for a while.
No problem.
I appreciate it. If you can, support Phoenix, support the other people that Geek and others listed. I have a roof over my head. I have food on my table. My bills are pretty much money's still tight. Don't get me wrong, but my bills are. They just cut my EBT $70. But my bills are pretty much guaranteed. Okay. Not everybody is.
Yeah.
And this government's not going to cover that. So we need to. You talk about being leftist and community, creating community. That's something you can do for it.
Yeah, so, mutual aid is praxis.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Love y'all. Have a great night. Peace.
Bye.
I got just a couple of things, just quick things. Not big discussions too, but I just remembered it. It's just Minute Maid is now discontinuing the orange juice frozen concentrate. You remember
Really?
those cylinders?
What?
Oh, yeah. They never just people were not buying them as well too. But you would the frozen concentrate. So you just take those frozen cylinders
and then you add water and
Yeah. And some people would just eat that as orange sherbet as well too. It's
it's yummy.
It's it's one of those things it's just not profitable. That's the reason why they discontinued it. It's not enough people are buying it as well too. But
not enough bigots going after the homophobic orange juice lady.
But it's just
You'd think they would have figured out how to advertise it better, because geez, that stuff is good.
But then when you actually apparently for those who actually tried freshly squeezed orange juice straight from oranges as well too, compared to the Tropicana stuff that we get in the grocery store as well too. Wow, whoa, hold on, what? Oh, you put all those chemical sciencey stuff into the Tropicana stuff that make it last long and be good tasting drinking as well too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just if only that science can be used for good and not to make us addicted to some highly processed crap.
I know, right? Jesus.
So that's that's oh man, I remember people remember those frozen concentrates as well too, and it's just I grew up on Kool-Aid. Honestly, I just could never drink regular milk as well too. It was too strong for me and that sort of thing too. So it's always Kool-Aid.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I kind of had to have juice.
Yeah.
So my parents did a lot of frozen from concentrate because who can afford to buy a big old thing of juice every week for your kids?
Yeah.
And so they just would buy the frozen concentrate stuff, and we had a pitcher that was specifically for that stuff. And we used to, my mom would let us take a spoonful of whatever it was before she made it.
And you have to break it up as it's in there as well too, and really stir it in order to get it to dissolve too. Yeah, we had the Pacific pitcher that was I think 2 quarts as well too. Almost 2 liters. That was specific for Kool-Aid as well too, and it's just maybe 1, 2.
We had 1 pitcher for juice, and 1 pitcher for Crystal Light.
Yeah. And Yeah, but the thing is, like, about Kool-Aid, it's just like you do have to, like, for 2 quarts, like a pitcher, which did use 2 packets of Kool-Aid, will do. It's also 1 cup of.
Oh dear.
Otherwise, you're gonna sit there going,
What is this? As well too. It actually needs some sugar in order to like for Kool-Aid to be a thing as well too. Um. Oh, also, this apparently happened on it's the interesting people I find on Threads because like I forgot where I said this as well too. What was the original content of the? Oh yeah, I was like no, I was like no, said something else well too. Um. Let's see. Is okay, yeah. I said like no one should have to like work overtime just to have a comfortable like thriving life. Everyone should have a comfortable thriving life, but that's not possible of the capitalists except for the 1% as well too. This person said, for the 1%, the fact that you have like that you type that on a supercomputer, they don't know what like the computer I have in a heated room with a full belly, and while you enjoy over thousands of video games and untold anime movies, speaks volumes of your hypocrisy. So yeah, I do actually it's not in my
do they
thread.
know that there's like a definition for the 1%?
It's,
Like,
okay, because my family are nerds and my older sibling and I shared this on like my Facebook and all of my socials as well too because yeah apparently I'm the 1% for having thousands of video games as well too, which oh that just reminded me I should like oh no I mentioned it in our Discord as well too. Yeah, we have Discord and like media on the margins as well too because like itch.io usually does this like thing where they'll have like okay, here's a major event happening as well too. We're setting up this GoFundMe, or it's like no GoFundMe. They just like here's a bundle like okay that includes the date, but that should include the bleed as well too. Here's a bundle of like a whole of like over 1,000 video games, 1439 items in this like bundle of no ice in Minnesota, and there's like
500 Pac-Mans.
you just saw like it's just $10 and some of the things are like D&D like stuff, not D&D, Yelp games, but other tabletop RPGs books as well too. It's a whole bunch of different games as well too. $10, there you go. You own it, and you on your itch.io account, you can have it. You can of course pay more because it's all for a good cause, and the developers have like gave their games up for free essentially as well too. And it's just like. And that's how someone can have like over thousands of video games as well too.
Yep.
But like so.
it doesn't make them part of the 1%, though.
Not even a little bit.
Like, not even
But
a
but
little
he was
bit.
probably saying that, well, you have a really comfortable life. What are you talking about? But I mean,
Yeah.
you're always on the knife edge of having a few nice things or starving to death in the street.
Again, James Vanderbeek, he was like on like the hit TV show Dawson's Creek, but like he wasn't paid like residuals as well too. And once like he was no longer on like television all the time as well too, he had to work. And so like my older sibling, because they're a math geek as well too, they did the math. Top 1% of like the worldwide, I mean like the top 80 million people in terms of net income as well too, and they and it's assumed that those 80 million all live in the USA, being in the richest country as well too. You need to be in the top 20.
Well, no, that would be the top 1% of just the numbers. Top 1% of wealth is far smaller than that.
Come on. Okay, I'm sorry I missed after that because I missed a bit of that because like I disconnected my microphone accidentally.
Top 1%, that's 1% of the population is 80 million people. Top 1% of wealth is far, far fewer than 80 million people.
The only reason I'm not on the street is that like this house has like 5 different very small incomes, and even then I'm like have to like pass around the cup come every like 3 months or so. It's like yeah, it's unfortunate some people have to like do that as well too. Some do it more frequently, of course, but like it's like when anyone has to do that as well too.
Mm-hmm.
But so and then like according to my older siblings' logic as well too. In order for me to be in like the top 20% of the U.S. as well too, I had to like make 120,000 to 175,000 a year. That's being the top 20% in the U.S. to be in the top 20%, and it's just like no, my gross income is not nowhere near enough as well too. So even with my bloated Steam library of over 1,000 video games as well too.
Well, shit. My dad when he was alive, he was making a 6-figure salary.
Mm-hmm.
But when he died with $23.18 in his bank account because he gave it all away. He always gave it all away.
Yeah.
And it kind of drove my mom crazy a little bit because we did not have a savings. But yet at the same time, my dad was like, you're not going to make me save my money when I've got to save people. There's a difference. You can save people or you can save money. And people are way more worth it.
And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she grew up in a neighborhood, or a county, I guess, in New York City, where the median household income is like 175 grand a year. Because her dad was an architect, and he was apparently a very successful one. But after he died, the lawyers tore the estate apart, and her mom ended up driving a school bus to keep afloat.
Yep. It is so easy for, like, again, people, you are much more closer to being, like, homeless. And still, you have more similar, more in common with, like, homeless people in, like, the USA than any billionaires will, too. So, yeah. I don't know what else there's there to talk about as well, too, other than, like, just, I don't know.
Did everybody have a happy Death to Cook day?
No!
Death to Cook?
I'm going to say yes, but, like, I'm, like...
To Captain Cook.
Oh.
Captain Cook.
When the Hawaiians killed him
Oh,
on
yeah.
February 14th,
Oh, yeah.
1779 or whatever.
Yeah. Talk, you know, Hawaii, that sort of thing, too. And, like, this come up in another podcast I was listening to, like, this, like, past week as well, too, because there's some commentary, like, of how good the Bad Bunny, like, halftime show was. Because, like, there were so many things that Bad Bunny did. He also, like showed the power grid in his halftime show as well, too. The thing is, stuff like that, yes, we know about the power grid failure during, like, Hurricane Harvey or something like that, one of the hurricanes that hit Puerto Rico as well, too. But the thing about the power grid in, like, Puerto Rico, is that, like, it's constantly going down because it's privately owned. It's like just like with the Texas thing. So there's always been like,
and they also prioritize the rich white people there.
Oh yeah. So it's just like not just like whenever there's a hurricane around, but like often the time. So that's why Bad Bunny included that as well too. It also included like the flags of all the countries of the Americas as well too. Ecuador, Colombia, Panama, like Mexico as well too. Because yeah, they're all Americas as well too. But no, it's just like, does Puerto Rico want to become a state? The cautionary tale to that would be, and that would be up to the Puerto Rican people if they want to become a state or not as well too, or want independence and not as well too, is like what happened to Hawaii, because like Hawaii was colonized. Well, all of the United States of America was colonized as well too, but like Hawaii's like just happened recently as well too.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah.
I mean, Puerto Rico. I mean, one of the reasons Puerto Rico is so fucked is because of a U.S. law that says anyone who wants to land at Puerto Rico has to first land in the mainland United States if they want to trade there. So Puerto Rico could be a major trading hub, but the U.S. fucked it.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because not enough white people live there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they want to extract wealth from the brown people, not give it to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's like also like the why the territories, the United States territories, are just territories like Guam, American Samoa, the Virgin Islands, and like a couple other islands and other places as well too, is all because just like white supremacy and racism. No surprise. They just like they can never be like states or part of the United States as well too. They're just territories, and it's just like. No surprise when it comes to the United States and America. It's all white supremacy all the way down. So, anyone have anything like fun they'd like to share in the last like few minutes of the show?
I'm hoping to hit a sale tomorrow on chocolate.
Nice.
It's the only reason to really look forward to Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
The day or two after, the chocolate all goes on sale.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like, we have to get rid of this because this is extra stock as well, too. It's like 50% off, 75% off. and like
If we
sometimes
don't sell it, then we're going to throw it in dumpsters surrounded by chain link fence, hop barbed wire, and then throw bleach on it.
I
yeah,
know, right? Fuckers.
Capitalism. We'd rather you starve than
yeah.
throw
I had a
something away.
friend who, from Spain, who said that even if you understand Spanish, it doesn't mean that you'd actually understand Bad Bunny's performance, because he watched it and he said he only caught about 50% of it. He said it was just so fast, and I started laughing because everybody that I've ever met from Puerto Rico talks so fast.
Must be the
just-
coffee. Because
Apparently, Venezuela is actually the fastest Spanish-speaking dialect. But I think it's Venezuela. Of
Yeah,
course, I
he said
learned
he
that
could
30
only-
years ago, so it might have changed.
He said he could only understand about 50% of what was going on.
and it's like that's how I kind of understand when people say that I need to talk slow as well too. It reminds me of like with Venezuela as well too, and how like we kind of control Venezuela, except we don't, or it's just like our president now like servicing us because we kidnapped their previous president and holding them on trial for something. Do we have the authority to do so?
We definitely have the authority because we have the guns. But apparently,
Yeah.
we're accusing him of narco trafficking.
Yeah,
That's about it. And gun
like-
running. Narco trafficking and gun running. It's like, look, if anybody wants to get guns, even machine guns, they're not going to go to Venezuela. They're going to go to New York.
Yeah, exactly.
No, actually, not even New York. They're going to go to Virginia.
Right. Because
Well,
of
as I understand it, there's a lot of guns in Mexico that come from the United States.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Speaking of guns, that remind me that I can not too long ago, like this past week. So it's one that is if when I say another mass shooting happened, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's terrible" as well too. What's I guess sort of unique is that this happened in Canada, and that's more surprising when it happens in Canada because they have stricter gun laws than the United States and America, which is why they have so fewer like gun crimes as well too. But yeah, a mass shooting I think at a school if I remember correctly, and 9 people dead as well too. So it's just like. And I'm sure the gun nuts are slowing. See, it even happens in Canada. It's like, yeah, but like it doesn't happen as often as it happens here. So like, reasonable gun control laws should still happen. By one.
Yeah, what we need to be talking about is better health care.
Yes.
Because most of those people are snapping. They're
Yep.
not, like, they're not healthy people mentally.
Yeah.
And so what we need to have is really great health care. Like, instead of this, what is it? Normally for people, it's over $100 an hour to see a therapist.
Yeah.
If it gets covered,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet some people said, well, like, I go into debt to get the therapy, but it's worth it. And it's like, but other people make that choices because it's their own healthcare as well too. But like, I think you shouldn't have to go into debt to get like just like good healthcare, mental or otherwise, or all of it as well too, or even dental care. But like, that's the world we live in.
If you're poor enough, you can get on Medicaid, and then that helps. But you'd have to like specifically make yourself poor enough to get on Medicaid.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to like stay poor enough to be on Medicaid as well too. Cause,
And who
like,
fucking wants to do that? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It
And then you have
sucks
to hope
being
that the-
poor.
Yeah. Then you have to hope the Republicans don't fucking cut it again.
Exactly.
yeah.
Or put some kind of work requirement on it. Because that's the other thing they like to do.
Yep.
Yeah, because like other programs like disability SSI, there's the asset limits. Like you cannot have like more than $2,000 in your account as well too.
Yeah. So that a lot of disabled people just can't get married.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
again
well,
is deliberate eugenics.
Yeah, well, yeah. You lose if you're disabled. You lose your benefits once you get married, regardless if your partner is disabled or not. Yeah, and it's just eugenics all the way down as well too. And like, conservatives like wonder why I don't like this country. Do you have time? Can I listen, please? I wish I like ended on the happy news, but like I didn't have any happy news as well too. Well, like it was like
There is no happy news. I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, we're in this like burning dumpster fire of a nation.
Yeah. So anyway, ending the show, just going through the plugs and stuff like that. Joey, you have a Patreon.
I do. I have a Patreon. It's Joey Fire Lame Deer.
There's a link there in the live chat right now in case anyone wants to check out like Joey's Patreon and something like that.
Support Joey.
anyone-
Ask him questions.
Yes. Ask some questions about like culture and anything like that. Any questions you have, even if it's that silly as like how cool and awesome Crazy Horse is, which is not a silly question because that's a good question. How cool and awesome was Crazy Horse? I am Summer and Geek. Happy news! Like Chat GBT is going bankrupt. I heard. Happy good news. So Jet.
That is
Yeah,
good
that's
That is good news.
that is good news. The Chat TV is like going.
I mean, it means the AI bubble's finally bursting, which is going to have tank the economy, and they're going to use that as an excuse to cut wages and cut jobs.
Yeah. But like, yeah, fuck AI.
But
Just,
fuck AI, fuck ChatGPT.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. So I'm Summer Geek on all the platforms, all social medias, and I'm Summer Geek on YouTube and on Twitch. And I'm going to like be streaming some like rank reload after I get off this call as well too. John Brockman, you're part of another podcast, aren't you?
Dungeons and Debacles, and we're going to get to play tonight.
Nice.
That's
Heck
it.
a lot of fun. That's it. Hey, heck a lot of fun. It's very different than this, and like don't forget like sharing links that page for like any people that like need help down below as well too. If you have extra money as well too, don't forget to take care of yourselves. Practice self care. Practice mutual aid. Take care of everyone.
Hydrate, medicate. Bye bye.
Hydrate and medicate.
Bye bye.